Let's go. What's up, bro? We got a podcast in the metaverse, bro.
Yeah. Who knew that this is what it was all building up to through the entire first season? And now we are here kicking off season 2 with all of you guys, a live studio audience.
Let's go. Every Tuesday.
A podcast. We didn't even know what was happening. We were 15 episodes into this.
It seems to be helping and impacting a lot of people. We'll see you every Tuesday on the Well Metaverse podcast. Peace.
Easy. I don't know why I chuck deuces. Like I don't chuck deuces. What was that?
I don't think I could say that anymore because I chuck deuces. That's what I do now. You gotta redo that video. Only end it with, yeah, I chuck deuces.
All the time.
Yeah. How you doing, my friend?
Dude, I'm doing great, man. It's amazing looking at that intro video as I've been looking at footage, man. And dude, looking back last night I was doing some video stuff for my own comedy, my YouTube page. And which, by the way, I love if y'all subscribe to that. Man, listen, the pandemic was a rich time with video and video world, man.
Yeah.
I'm looking back, I was like, oh, that was such a good series. Oh, that was good. Oh, remember the good old days when you would be in front of your screen making videos or on somebody's live?
Yep. When you're like, man, I got this pent up creative energy. I gotta apply it somewhere. Like,
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I hear you for sure.
How you doing, man?
You know what? I am doing well. I last night had a great experience. Decided to take my son to go see the band Disturbed in concert in downtown Grand Rapids.
Wow, that's a cool dad right there, bro.
Yeah, oh, yeah. I don't know if we met, but I'm pretty cool.
Yeah. Did you wear your suspenders though?
Heck yeah, I did. In fact, I went through the metal detector and it went off because of the suspender clips. And I'm like, what? People don't wear suspenders to Disturbed? Yeah. Sturm is posting something here. He says, "Did you get down with the sickness?" I'll tell you what. That lead singer, he's a trooper. Because he was battling the sinus stuff and the congestion, and you could see him like he'd be singing. And I don't know if you're familiar with Disturbed, but I mean about as powerful of a voice as you can get. The Sound of Silence, a cover of Simon and Garfunkel, is one of their better known songs. But I mean, like vocals, just powerful vocals. And he's up there dying on stage, and he gets out a vocal that sounds great. And then you just see the mic go down and him coughing and he was open with it. He's like, "Listen, guys, I'm doing what I can. I need you guys into it, and all that." But then he closed with "Down with the Sickness," which had a whole nother meaning.
Oh, so good, bro.
Yeah,
so good. Yeah, I don't know the band Disturbed.
Yeah. They're a pretty good band. Actually, I mean, one thing I didn't know is that the lead singer is he's on a recovery journey himself.
Really?
So there were many points during the show where he was able to share with a little bit about his journey with addiction, his journey through depression, and it was really, it was really a very inspirational concert at a lot of points, which was cool.
That's great.
I have to say something. I'm so surprised, Aaron, and so pleasantly surprised. I absolutely love that band. It's
Do you really?
Oh my gosh, I love Disturbed. And that "Down with the Sickness" song, it's definitely my workout song. Oh yeah, it's so good. But Jason, Aaron's right. The Sounds of Silence, sung by that guy who is a trained singer, by the way, classical singer, trained, beautiful voice. It is the most emotional, moving song. You will be brought to tears, absolutely, in his rendition. Anyway, I'm done. I'm just kind of surprised that Aaron likes Disturb.
You know, that's you know, you gotta chime in when you feel that need.
Listen, I saw Lolly, for everybody who's watching. When Lolly is off stage, off the screen, we actually can see her backstage. And so when you were talking about that, Lolly she was like,
Love Disturbed. I love them. My husband looks at me and goes, "Don't get it. I don't get it." Anyway.
Yeah, they had a good opener too. Falling down backwards or falling in reverse or something like that.
man, shout out for all the bands. That's something that typically you don't see in my genre of music, soul or hip hop and R&B. You don't see the creative or non-creative band names.
You know,
Yeah.
Sometimes it's got to be simple. You know, hey, how you feeling? A little bit disturbed.
A little bit disturbed.
That's right.
We got Earth, Wind, and Fire. Satellites. Yeah.
But that was just a really good time, and got to hang out with my son a bit, which was cool. We went to dinner beforehand, and so it was good. I mean, I like it. I like going to shows like that.
All right, so talk to me.
Yeah,
you went to dinner with your son. Your son is an adult, full-grown man.
Mm-hmm.
How is it parenting? What's the difference in cultivating a relationship with your adult son than your teenage or kid son?
Yeah, probably the best analogy that I heard on that is it goes from coaching to just being on the sideline. Kind of like from being in the coach position to being a fan. And that's what it is, with my son and both my daughters. I'm huge fans of all theirs.
Dude. Yeah.
So man, when they succeed, I get to cheer. When I get to hang out with them and whatnot, like I get to cheer and enjoy that experience. Not a whole lot of parenting going on. They're we've done what damage we can do.
That's it. Good stuff. I see Jay Bags is in the building.
What's up, Jay Bags? Haha. It is going well, sir.
That's great. And Sturm, my guy.
Yeah. Anyway, look at this. You know what? Kimberly Ann, like, she pays attention to social media when these things post. And then she's always just on point with bringing us into what we're supposed to be talking about. Anyone looking to chill? Yeah. Yeah, man. And I know we've talked a little bit. Before we get into that, though, so Alma Jean says, so I thought leading up to that question that Jason was going to ask about the bib and gloves. Speaking of watching social media, I posted a picture of my son, and we went to this kind of seafood place, and he got like one of the Cajun boils. There's some scallops in there and some sausage and whatnot. But they brought him out a big bib beforehand and these blue surgical gloves to put on. So I got a picture of him beforehand. I mean, as is tradition, you go to a bib and gloves restaurant before a Disturbed show.
You know what? I'm gonna try to show it right quick.
Oh, all right.
Dude, yeah, that's a restaurant.
Yeah, it's I sent that to my wife. I was like, "Here's your son," and she's like, "Is he getting ready to eat or do surgery?" Oh no,
hilarious.
it's just a black screen. Oh, okay.
What you call me?
I mean, man, like you're gonna get me canceled like for no reason.
Oh, so okay. So let me tell you this. So I don't know if this is a confession or question. I need everybody to chime in on this. Everybody to chime in on this. So at my church Sunday, it was a great day. Really, really awesome. So we're really growing. Um, we're really growing, and I looked out into the crowd, and our church is predominantly African American. All right, so a lot of black folks there. Then we got some white folks there, and then we've got a growing number of Hispanics. So I was excited. I'm like, man, y'all, I'm praying like we need everybody here. We got black folks, we got white folks, we got Hispanics. I said, man, we need our Indian brothers and sisters. You need our Asian brothers and sisters. You got Asian friends, Indian friends, bring them. And then I'm like, man, like we've got Indians who are part of our congregation too. And as my Indian friend says, Indians, not feathers. So that's what my Indian friend says. I know some people like, what did you say? So then a lot of people think that I have Asian in me because whenever I smile, it's my eyes squint when I smile, and I smile a lot. So on stage, I said, man, we got, and I don't know, some of y'all think like we got Jason here, so we meet our Asian population, and some people like, you gonna get canceled, you gonna get the whole church canceled, and then other people like, oh, that was fun. Like people of different races in the crowd in the congregation were laughing, cracking up, laughing. But then some people who were super sensitive kind of got like, oh snap, we got to be careful. My question is, was that offensive?
Well, I don't know. We'll let other people.
Lolly is backstage saying,
we can bring Lolly out.
Lolly's like,
no. She says no. She's not. She's not.
That's the thing. Okay. All right, y'all. Listen. Stop. Here's the problem. Here's the problem with racial unity as the numbers of viewers are dropping right now. As we people like, I'm out, and I'm out, and I'm out. Here's the problem. A lot of us don't like the discomfort that comes with discussing race, so we just avoid it all along.
Oh, that's fair. I mean, I've seen that. I've felt that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we felt that in Soapstone.
Yeah. But yeah,
So
I mean, it's unknown territory in a way because like you don't know how people are going to react. You don't know what's going to come out of it. It's interesting stuff.
Yeah. So man, I'm the guy that like. For me, here's what I tell people: it's like I have no issues with race. I say I don't, so I don't mind having conversations. Like I just have them in. To the pure, all things are pure. I guess I just jump in and either that or I'm like that old man who's so offensive he don't even realize it. Like, Grandpa, you can't say that.
Grandpa, no. Yeah. No, I love having the conversations, but there is risk because it's not like, I mean, like you and I, we could sit down and have a conversation about anything. But I mean, literally, there could be people that take bits and pieces out of context and get it all wrong,
And I'm at the place where I just say, if you're gonna be that ignorant to take it out of context, have it. I ain't even going. I'm not even going. I'm just going. Whenever somebody try to come back like out of context, keep it moving.
Yeah.
Like taking stuff out of context is one of the most ignorant things a person can do.
Yeah.
So I'm like, if a person getting mad, take it out of context. Like, I'm not even.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is that was completely out of context. Let's keep it moving.
Yeah. Well, and really, like a lot of people that raise issues with different things, they're actually raising issues to raise issues. There's there's a head rush involved with righteous anger. And if we can get on our soapbox, not to be confused with the soapstone, if we
Right.
get on our soapstone and start, defending and advocating, like there's a feeling that comes along with that, and a lot of
Right.
people really, really like that feeling. I mean, you see it all the time. I mean, I personally, I've thought about it a lot lately. I think that the only marketing thing that's more powerful than sex, which you go back to the 80s and 90s, and man, the advertisers figured that out. This is what you use.
Right.
The only thing more powerful than that is this righteous anger, and you see it in politics, like
Yeah.
on both sides. And I certainly don't want to get into that conversation, but
Why not? Let's don't explain.
yeah, yeah. But I mean, on both sides, you get this villainization of other people, and consequently, it's people's duty to stand up for what's right and all that, and it's really destructive.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
It's man, the sound of
Right
silence,
on
bro.
target. Bart says namaste to all the Buddhists. All right. All right.
Hey,
John McClay, he's on it. He's making a new world called the soapbox. Good
that
idea.
is great. How you doing, sir? The great
Man,
John. So, man,
golly.
and it's in order to maneuver through this, like you got to be surgical in a sense. It's like going to a restaurant and having on blue gloves. See what I did there? Boom. That's
Yeah, yeah. There he is. Actually, I'll give you a before and after, because I pulled one up too. I should have probably told him that. I did ask his permission to take these photos.
Man,
Oh,
you're his dad. You don't need permission.
well, I had him sign a waiver.
That's funny.
Let's see. All right, I got to try this a different way, because that didn't. And it's definitely worth seeing the before and after.
Is that on the same post? Like
No, oh yeah, it's in the comments of that post.
you need me to get it for you, Paw Paw?
Let's see. There it is. There's the actual food.
Oh wow.
Yeah, that was good stuff. And you can just barely see some of my fries there. I had a sandwich there that was super good. Super good.
So what is that? What is that he's eating again?
It's like a shrimp boil. There's a lot
Yeah.
of Cajun seasoning in there. Yeah, it's good stuff. Good
Something to
stuff.
send your blood pressure
Oh
through the
yeah,
roof.
like you don't want to be eating that every day. I got another photo to show here while we're at it. Let's
Let's
see.
see it.
All right. There's our
Oh snap.
there's our lead team right there.
Oh snap.
Yeah, Ari. There's this guy. That's me. Al
Wow.
Majine with the bowling ball. Don 333. Lunch Lady. Mr. Cal. Kimberly Ann, who I know is watching right now.
Yeah, that looks just like Kimberly Ann.
Yeah. This is Ace the Bass. Kind of hard to
Yeah,
see, but
looks
you
just
got
like him.
some playing cards there, all aces, and a bass guitar there. Xavier Strong.
Let's go.
Miss Lolly D. Yeah.
Look at Lolly D.
Yeah. And Bart with the computer and the microphone there.
That is great.
Yeah.
So good.
And yeah. But actually while we're sharing, I'm gonna share. No,
This is
I'm not
great.
gonna share this.
We're like some old
everything.
men now. Let me show you this picture now.
Yeah. We're like an old couple that just got back from vacation.
Let me show you the kids. Hey, speaking of I can always tell when somebody has one of my friends' children has married a black person, or if they've adopted a black kid. Because I meet somebody and they're like, "Oh, I need to show you my family," and I'm like,
Oh.
black. That's always funny to me, man. Like, "Oh, I need to show you a picture of my son."
Yeah.
That's so
On
funny.
that same note, there's a theater here in town called the Ambrosia Theater, and it is primarily urban theater, and I've performed there, played in front of all. Is that it? You're just out? But I've performed there, and it's we've talked about it in the past. Like, probably one of the best crowds I've ever performed for. Just so fun, so such a good experience. But he did the equivalent of that this morning. Actually, he posted a picture of a bunch of white people in the audience.
Yeah.
And he's like, see.
That's great. That's so good.
Yeah, it was exactly like that family coming out. You got to see a picture of my son.
Right.
He's like, look, you want to see my audience?
Right. Look, I am diverse. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. Oh man, you know what? Here's the segue. Talking about diversity, the Soapstone is an incredibly diverse place,
Yes, it
especially
is.
along ages. We got the younglings, and we got us old fogies, and we got everybody in between, and several well past in both directions. But of course, we've welcomed in the juniors with open arms. But there are times when things get a little bit rowdy. So we got to brainstorming and Ace the Bass and folks from Inspire and myself and Leeds, and we all got around, started talking about it, and figured out, okay, let's put in a chill zone. Let's put in a spot where people can retreat from the craziness, where people can have some kind of safe place to retreat to and not be overwhelmed by rowdiness. So we implemented it, and I think it's going pretty good. I just posted a poll in the Team Soapstone Facebook group to see what people are thinking about it. And let's see, the question on the table was, do you like the new chill zone by the fire pit? P.S. We'll be talking about it on the Well Metaverse show today. Yeah, Bart says, love you guys. Have to dash. Great show. Keep chilling.
Keep chilling. That's why we got the zone.
Yeah. So here's the results of people's thoughts with the chill zone. Top result is, yep, I'm chilling. Like, people are liking it. Yep. And then close in second behind that is, I still need to check it out. So, which that makes sense. I mean, we just published it. So, quite a few people haven't seen it yet. So actually, if you haven't seen it yet, jump in, check it out, see if you understand it, see if you like it, and all that. Third is a two-way tie, with one being, I'm cool either way. Like, I mean, how chilling of a response is that?
Yeah.
And then there's the opposite of the chill response, which is by our friend Carl, or Mayhem. He goes by many names. Saint Mayhem is my most recent one for him. His response is catapult, which he's been lobbying for a trebuchet in the Soapstone for quite some time. And then there's another comment in there with 6% of the people responding to this. What chill zone? ? And then the final one, the lowest one, 1% of people responded to this. I feel like it might have been one of the rowdy bunch, but they said, nope, the rowdy crowd should be everywhere. So
that is great. That's my favorite.
Yeah, I know it. That's good stuff. So I think the people
that actually sounds like a J-Bags answer. That's what that sounds like.
It could be. I wonder. Let me see if I could see. who responded to that. Let's see.
Although there are plenty of Soapstonians that could be.
Oh, you know what? No data available
Uh,
for that one. So
if that was your answer, please let us know. That was
yeah. Okay, let's see.
Look what Jackie says.
Yeah, spent a lot of time in there yesterday, and so far the only issue is that we now have kids feeling left out and asking to be let in. You know what? Man, that's a good point. Golly. And like my hope and what I've seen so far is people are not putting up the barrier that often. You know, like, because we don't want to be excluding people unless it comes to that point where we're like, listen, I need a minute. But yeah, that's a good point. We do have to be careful. And if we are in that area and we put up the barrier so that we have some chill time or whatever, we got to be on the lookout for people that are coming up and trying to get in, and explain to them what's going on. Make sure that they're not just stiff-armed away, you know.
Yeah, man. But here's the thing. Remember when I threw the comedy conference, and there was a certain caliber of comedians that I wanted to make sure that we attracted. So with that had to come a certain level of exclusivity that we didn't even promote. But I knew if I wanted to have these individuals, you have to create a space for those individuals where they can be a little bit of a chill zone away from people who, really wants to take pictures, just wants an autograph, wants to take a selfie. And so you're protecting those individuals coming because there's a certain value that they're looking for. So what I did was I didn't promote it. I just, to those who it was for, I said, hey, here's what we have for you. There's this room where we said, because we know you probably wanted to be able to talk business and talk shop with individuals. And so I put, we created this space. You got to have certain credentials to get back there. The general public didn't know until afterwards. And then afterwards, they're like, an exclusive room? What kind of mess is that? What about unity? Like, see that? Yes, we
That's why.
maintain unity because you're not in that room. And,
Yeah.
but that stuff is important. The issue is when people feel like they don't have access, then their feelings get hurt, and then it becomes an unprotected space.
Yeah, you're right. It can't be the cool kids club,
Right.
but if you want to serve a particular audience, you have to be conscious of their needs, like you're talking
Right.
about. Yeah, it's like, and the fact is, like, especially the CSMs and CSPs and the Soapstone, they're saints.
Right.
Like, they come in and they're running a daycare some of the time.
Yeah.
So to give them the opportunity to just chill with their friends from time to time.
Right.
That's
why I love, man, whenever what you created in the Soapstone, whenever you push that code, it gives you all access to everything Soapstone that most people don't even know about. I'm just playing, everybody.
We don't talk about the code. Oh,
some people like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
That's funny.
Well, we do have, actually John McClay built a place called the Green Room, and it's published, but it's a members only world. And we haven't really done anything with it yet, but Bob Smiley and I have talked a lot about it. And as the higher caliber comedians, the career comedians are coming in, we've got this place kind of prepped as exactly what you're talking about, a place where people can come in, be amongst their professional peers, and also be able to talk business from time to time. You know?
If you own a golf, if you have access to a golf course, well, if the general public has access to the same golf course as a Tiger Woods, well, this is back then, they wouldn't have been able to beat Tiger Woods
Yeah. Yeah.
because of the distractions that come with that. You know, it's dude, they don't even. I have a friend who ran um, the golf course where they have the Honda Classic, and he said, man, that Tiger Woods had security detail to where only exclusive amount of people knew what time he was going to come out and hit the range.
Mm-hmm.
Because if everybody knew, it immediately created a significant amount of problems.
Mm-hmm.
And just not not problems because people trying to be idiots. Shout out to Sensei J. But just because of the buzz and so many, like a lot of traffic creates opportunities for, a lot of unsettling things or just
Yeah.
irritating things to happen.
Yeah. No,
So,
that's very, very real. My wife and I, when we were in Hawaii a while back, we drove past this golf course, and she's like, Aaron, you like to play golf. You know what? See if you can make a tee time there and just go play. And I'm like, man, it cost us $1 million for me to go play that course. And she's like, no, it's gotta be. And I'm like, all right, we'll stop in. We'll see. We'll see.
yeah. All right, let's go.
Yep. And we pulled in our rental car, and they caught us right at the gate. And they're like, oh, you turning around? And they did. They turned us right around at the gate.
Wow.
No questions. No, like, oh, you want to fill out an application for membership?
Yeah.
Nothing like
right.
that. Just let's just turn this around. And then later on, we were back at our hotel, and we were talking to somebody who was a realtor in the area.
Yeah.
And she said, oh yeah, that's an incredibly exclusive golf course. You have to own property to even be able to pay their annual membership. So I was way light when I said it would cost $1 million to go play there. It would have cost several $1 million to go play there. And by the way, they were spot on just turning us around because
yeah,
none of
that's
that was
funny.
happening.
You're like, what gave me away? They were like, you're suspended, sir.
That's right. You're wearing suspenders right now. Like, yeah. Hey, look at this young man in the group. Soapstone Astro. Oh, what's good?
Hey, what's up, man?
You are, man.
We were talking about you last week.
Yeah. Soapstone Astro. Yeah, he had some.
Is that who we were talking about last week?
Man, there's only today and before today. Everything blurs together.
What did John say?
Oh, let's see. Yeah. What did John say? It would remind me of the Uber driver that left us, Aaron, when we asked if the hotel we were coming from was fancy, or laughed at us. Yeah. So, So John and I were recently in California, and we got to go to this pretty swanky place. Like right in the heart of Silicon Valley venture capital land. And I mean, this is the most exclusive, fanciest place I've ever been to. And the Uber driver is driving me and John up there. By the way, John's wearing these like Croc like foam shoes that have skulls on them. And he walks into this place and is the hit of the whole party. Like it was awesome. But on the way out there, we asked the Uber driver, or he's like, "Oh, you're going here," and we're like, "Yeah, is it nice?" He's like, "Oh, what?" Yeah. So anyway, it was a pretty cool experience.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah. Good times, so John McClay. Good times.
Good times.
Yeah. Man, so yeah, this has been exciting. We also in bringing in this chill zone, at the same time, we did another big update in the Soapstone, which I'm so thrilled with the way that this has worked out. You know, a while back, we implemented the Superstar system. So people can earn Superstar status on 4 different tracks. They can be a supporter, they can be a performer, they can be a host, they can be a producer, and you can get Superstar status on all 4 of those.
Right.
Now, as soon as they get Superstar status and they come into the world, they've got a name tag that says Superstar. So their name's up top, and then it says Superstar. And for each of the tracks that they do, they get another star next to their name. And those stars translate over to our CSMs or CSPs, our leads. And so everybody's got indicators on basically, are they a 4-star general yet or not?
So good.
Yeah.
So good.
Yeah,
that's great, man.
Yeah, that's been a cool update. And it's so awesome to see, like, everything builds on each other in the Soapstone. You know, like everything that we have now is built on 50 renditions before it, you know, and there's little pieces of different things that are combined together. And, you know, our friend Omni Parker scripted that name tag thing for us originally, you know, and then to fold this in, like, it really, really cool stuff. Kimberly Ann Tons worked on getting their stars last night. Hey, that's a good indicator that we've created something of value that's desirable. When people are like, I'm going after it, I'm getting it. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Good stuff.
Dude, that's so good, man. And I mean, just how that reinforces community.
Yeah.
It's beautiful, man.
Community and leadership.
Right.
Because now, like, actually, a young man came up to me yesterday and he said, "Thank you so much for putting this name tag in." And I was like, "Oh, thank you. I did it all myself." It was no. He's like, "Thank you for putting this in place." And I said, "Well, what do you like about it?" And he said, "People come up and ask me about how things work in the Soapstone. People come up to me like they do with CSMs and CSPs, and they want to know things. And now I can tell them." And I'm like, we are positioning people for leadership. We are putting people in the spot to shine.
So good.
Indeed. Yeah.
It's grow up time, man.
That's right. Yeah. That's right. It's grown up time. I didn't even, that's the name of this. It's grown up time. That counts for the chill zone, and that counts for this, you know, and we can all be grown ups, man. I didn't even see that double. That's why it's good to hang out with.
That's why you got me, brother. You know what I'm saying? That's what I'm here for.
Yeah. I'm with you. Oh man.
So good. Man, you see this little egg back there?
I do. Get it.
Did I ever tell you about that?
I'm sure there are people watching that have not heard that story, and I'd love to hear it again.
So, man, this comes from a book called "What Do You Do with an Idea?" And so one day, it's this little boy. He's walking, and all of a sudden, an egg shows up. It's an egg, and then it has legs, and it's walking. It's a regular egg with nothing on it. That's except for a little toilet tissue hanging out. And so, the egg represents an idea. So this little boy has an idea, and the idea follows him everywhere. It follows him everywhere. Everywhere he goes, this idea is just behind him. And then he just asked this question, "What do you do with the idea?" And then they told him, "You feed it." And so he noticed as he fed the idea began to grow. Next thing you know, the idea took on a crown. And so the idea is walking around with the crown. And then all of a sudden, the idea gets some wings. The more he feeds the idea continues to grow. The idea gets wings. And then one day, the idea with those wings flies away and goes out and begins to make an impact. And so the idea is the whole synopsis is when you have an idea, you feed it. You feed your ideas by spending time thinking about it. And the more you think about an idea, the more you will develop ways to execute. And so, man, I'm listening to you talk about the name tags, and I'm like, look at the idea of the soapstone fly.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that's the hardest part is when it gets wings and starts flying on its own.
Yeah, because you're not like you have less and less control.
Yeah, absolutely. And I'm seeing it across the board. Like, I mean, our lead team, we've got this lead team full of incredible people, and they all have their specialties and they all have their areas of focus, but they
Right.
also all integrate together and support each other and contribute towards each other's areas.
Right.
But the more that's happening, the more I have to be just completely away and hands off, and that's hard. But I mean, and the same thing is true. Like, I mean, we got people collaborating together doing video stuff,
Yeah.
and the fact is, like, I need to be involved for my own sense of being, and then I just got to remove myself and just
Right.
let them fly with it because they're great at it.
Absolutely.
Yeah, come on, chime on in.
So I do have a little story of my own to add in here, and it was a
Yeah,
good
let's do
lesson
it.
for me. When I had my business and I had a warehouse around this corner from a liquor store, I got to be friends. I was always over there getting a soda or something with the owner. And he shared
Soda.
with me one day that he owned 4 liquor stores, but he preferred to work in this one. And he said, this one is actually not the most profitable. This one is one that I'm trying to bring along. He said, I have 3 others. And he said, and I'll tell you the truth, if I worked each of the others, they would all be doing better. He said, do I know that by leaving them in the hands of other people that I'm making less money for a variety of reasons, such as theft, such as they just don't care as much. So they're not promoting, they're not, as engaged. And he said, and also, some employee negligence, theft, all of it. He said, but let's be honest, how many liquor stores can I run and do a good job? I can only run one and do a good job. And if it weren't for those other people running those other stores, I wouldn't even have them. So he accepted that, yep, it's not going to be perfect. It's not me. It's in the hands of other people, but I still have it. And I wouldn't have it at all if it weren't for the other people. So it makes sense to me. You got to let go and you got to just accept that it is not going to be a reflection of you exactly. And that's really tough to do for an owner.
Yeah.
That's so good.
That's good words there, Lolly. Thank you for sharing that.
Hey, Lolly,
Yes, sir.
who's going to be a good morning soapstone?
Oh, I'm excited this week. Good Morning Soapstone is our featured show this week, so I get to talk about it for a minute. So, Cal and I have been really playing with this one a little bit, really trying to twerk it a little bit. So we've been doing things.
Wait
We've been adding.
Wait a minute. Did you say twerk it a little bit?
Yeah.
I think I said twerk it, but it could have said twerk it. I don't know. But we were trying to change it a little. So we've okay, stop. So we've been trying to bring more people in, have more people involved. So we've invited some people to come up on the stage at the beginning, more audience interaction. So, we've always had sort of a question period at the end, but now at the beginning, we're bringing people up. And you two better stop making fun of me over there. I know you're typing things. I know you are. Anyway.
I'm just saying, an impartial outside observer, Alma Jean said she heard it.
She heard it.
And Jackie is a big fan. She said she loves it. So
okay, all right. Well, okay. So we're twerking our way through Good Morning Soapstone. Anyway, so we're doing that. So I've been inviting our hosts and things to come and give us some recaps of their shows, and then other people that just want to shout out things in the metaverse. They've been coming in and doing that, so it's a lot of fun. But tomorrow we have Anana Mom, who is definitely in the metaverse. Oh my gosh, this lady! She's been there since the beginning, and she is so community minded, and she's created a world for people to be able to put their events in, because as we know, the system for events is not great. So she's been working on that and doing a great job. She's going to talk about that and some other stuff she's into. So it's going to be a great show tomorrow on Good Morning Soapstone. I'm excited.
Excellent. I'm glad you could share that. And but back to the subject at hand. Exterminator says Nicki Minaj or Cardi B love to twerk.
And Cardi B and Lolly D.
Hey, you know, what can we say? I don't know. All right.
Lolly, we appreciate you so much. You, my friend, I mean, you know how much you add to the Soapstone and add to my personal life enjoyment as well. Appreciate you so much.
You mean your entertainment, Aaron? Let's just call it what it is. Let's just call it what it is. I know.
And I'll tell you what, man, it's so good to have a team that laughs together.
Indeed. Indeed. Because one that doesn't is very weird.
Yeah, that's what they say.
Yeah. Good stuff.
Well, thank you for that recap. You know, we gotta figure out some end music that we can play to. You know what? Let's figure it out right now.
How about some Disturbed?
Some
No. What you listened to last night? Play them down with the sickness. Come on.
Well, oh, there it is. That's not Down with the Sickness. Don't be confused.
Go ahead, twerk, Lolly.
It's the Wish version of.
You can't see it.
Down with the Sickness. Am I doing it? Am I doing it?
Turn.
Suspenders won't let you.
Yeah. All right, everybody. This has been so much fun. Thank you so much for being a part of the Well Metaverse show. We'll see you soon in the Soapstone. And, of course, tomorrow night, check out the Well Metaverse show live in the Soapstone with our friend Ace and Pace and War Feather.